Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Pearson, your elementary ELL teacher. Today we're going to write 3 detail sentences that support the main idea of the text, Aw, Music. And this is from second grade Journeys lesson 12. So for this lesson, you will need a piece of paper and a pencil because at the end of our review, after we talk about the text and say it out loud, you're going to challenge yourself. And we're going to do some hamburger writing. That means we're going to start out with green. We're going to go. I'm going to give you your topic sentence or main idea sentence. And then we're going to slow down with yellow. And you're going to write your first detail or fact one sentence. And then we're going to slow down again and write your second detail or fact two sentence. And then we're going to slow down again and write your third detail or fact 3 sentence. And then we're going to green go back, remind the reader of the topic, and I'm going to give you your conclusion sentence, which reminds the reader of the main idea or topic sentence. So you're going to answer this question. What did you learn about the text, the main idea, and important details? So again, we're going to use our green and yellow colors, some colors you see in the traffic light. I learned that the text is mostly about what music is. That's our main idea. So then you're going to slow down and tell me your first detail sentence, and you're going to write it. Then you slow down again and tell a second detail sentence and a third detail sentence. And then again, I'm going to give you your conclusion. In conclusion, the author wants us to learn about what music is. So here's our learning target. I can say the main topic and write key details of the text, music, using complete sentences. Success criteria. That means how will you know you're successful at saying the main topic and writing key details of the text? Well, here are our steps to success. We're going to do this one step at a time to reach our learning target, our end goal. I will, number 1, say the author's purpose of the passage. Why did the author write the text? Number 2, say what the text is mostly about, the main idea, the most important thing. Number 3, say what the author wants us to learn. Number 4, I will say and write 3 important details that support the main idea. And then finally, 5, I will check my writing using the writing checklist. All right, so music is nonfiction. Nonfiction books teach us information and facts. Nonfiction is real. It has text features, photographs. However, in music, the author actually drew the pictures. So instead of taking pictures, she drew the pictures. And that's okay. Real topics might be holidays, animals, and sports. Why did the author write the text on music? Well, it's as easy as pie or P-I-E. And the author wrote the text to either persuade, that's the P. Persuade means to convince the reader of a certain point of view. Inform, that's the I. To give information to the reader. Or entertain, that's the E. To hold the attention of the reader through enjoyment. So, the main idea is what the text is mostly about. We look at the title and pictures, and our title is Music. And sometimes the main idea is in the first and last sentence of the paragraph or the book. And we look for clue words repeated over and over. So let's orally retell the main idea and important details before we write it. So the author wrote the text to either P, persuade, to convince the reader that music is the only way to be creative, for example, or did the author write the text to inform, give information about music? to teach us about music? Or did the author write the text to entertain the reader and tell a funny story about music? So, why did the author write the text? To either persuade, inform, or entertain the reader. What do you think? Well, the author wrote the text to inform, to give information. Why? Because it's mostly about what? What is it mostly about? The text is mostly about what music is. It teaches us about what music is. So, here are four details or facts that support the main idea of the passage. So, first, how can you make music? So, first, you can make music by, well, you can make music by humming or playing a tune. You can also clap a rhythm and feel the vibration of a beat. Second, how does music make you feel, or what does music help you do? Second, music can, well, music shows expression or feeling. You can see, feel, and imagine many things when you listen to or play music. So it can help you express yourself and it helps you feel different types of feelings, happy or sad. And you can imagine many different things as you are listening to music. It puts pictures in your head. Third, what do composers do? Third, a composer, third, composers are writers and artists. They are creative because they write down their feelings using musical notes and symbols. So, third, composers are writers and artists. They are creative because they write down their feelings using musical notes and symbols. Fourth, what do you do at a recital or a performance? Well, at a performance or recital, you need to concentrate when you play your music. In the end, you feel relieved. So, in conclusion, the author wants us to learn about what music is. All right, it's the end of our review. It's time to challenge yourself. Get your piece of paper and pencil because you are going to answer this question. What did you learn about the text, the main idea, and important details? So, again, you don't need to write your main idea, just say it. I learned the text is mostly about what music is. You are going to concentrate on writing these three yellow or detail sentences. We're going to slow down and say what you learned first, slow down again and write your second detail, and slow down again and write your third detail sentence. And then you're going to say the conclusion. In conclusion, the author wants us to learn about what music is. So I want to remind you, you're going to say each sentence out loud before you write it. That will help you. And when you write, here's our writing checklist. When you write, make sure you have finger spaces between your words so that they're not one long string of letters. Use punctuation. You put a period at the end of your sentence. You use uppercase letters at the beginning of a sentence or capital letters. And you sound out unknown words that you don't know how, already know how to spell. And then you reread each of your sentences to make sure they make sense. So make sure you say your sentence before you write it, and remember these things off of our checklist. All right, now it's time to say the main idea. I learned that the text is mostly about what music is. You don't need to write that, just keep it in mind. Now we're going to slow down and you're going to write your first detail sentence. So, first, you can make music by, how can you make music? So say your sentence. First, you can make music by. Okay, now that you've said your sentence, push pause and write your complete sentence using this sentence frame. After you've done writing your first sentence, push play. So make sure you push pause, write your first yellow sentence, and when you're finished, push play. All right, now we're on to our second detail sentence. Second, composers are. So once you finish your sentence, say it out loud. Push pause and write your complete sentence. Second, composers are. And after you've written your second complete sentence, push play. Third, at a performance, you need. What do you need to do when you're at a performance? Third, at a performance, you need. And after you write your third detail sentence, push pause, write your third detail sentence. And when you're finished writing your third detail sentence, push play. So, in conclusion, the author wants us to learn about what? What does the author want us to learn about? What music is. All right, check your work. Remember your checklist. So I want you to look at each of your three detailed sentences and make sure you have these things. Do you have finger spaces between your words? Do you have ending punctuation? Did you use uppercase letters or capitals at the beginning of each of your sentences? And did you sound out unknown words and write those sounds? And then my favorite, reread each of your sentences to make sure they make sense. If you need to make any changes, push pause right now, make changes according to this checklist, and then when you're finished, push play. All right, at the top of your paper, I want you to reflect. What was our learning target? I can say the main topic and write key details of the text on music using complete sentences. Would you give yourself a 4? I could teach this lesson. I easily wrote 3 important detail sentences. I also used my writing checklist for all my sentences. Or would you give yourself a 3? I was able to write 2 to 3 detail sentences. I also used my writing checklist for most of my sentences. Or would you give yourself a 2? I was able to write 1 to 2 detail sentences. I also used my writing checklist for some of my sentences. Or would you give yourself a 1? I was not able to write any detailed sentences and did not use my writing checklist. How do you think you did on your writing? 4, 3, 2, or 1? All right. So now that you've reflected on your own writing, you can look at my example. I learned the text is mostly about what music is. First, you can make music by humming or playing a tune. You can also clap a rhythm. Second, composers are writers and artists. They write down musical notes. Third, at a performance, you need to concentrate when you play an instrument. In conclusion, the author wants us to learn about what music is. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had a great time writing your 3 detail sentences. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.